Graduates, our ceremony is about to begin. Please take your seat and remain seated throughout the program. Graduates, our ceremony is about to begin. Please take your seat and remain seated throughout the program. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chancellor Kevin Guskowitz and distinguished members of the Platform Party and faculty, led by Faculty Marshal Jay Icutt.
Good morning, and welcome to the 2022 hooding ceremony for doctoral candidates at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Leading us in the national anthem is senior Lena Kantz. Please stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Lena. And please be seated. It's such a joy to be with you this morning and to share this beautiful occasion in person. This bestowing of symbolic garments to complement your academic robes signifies your full entry into a scholarly guild. It's a tradition that goes back centuries to an age when scholars lived like monks, working in isolation from the rest of society, poring over books inside closed citadels of knowledge. Many of you have felt like you've lived much of these past few years just that way, but you've made it to this day. But let's be honest, this tradition is a little strange for our modern era. We still have stone walls and academic regalia, robes, scepters, and caps that wouldn't look out of place in an 11th century monastery. But the great innovation of American higher education was in opening the gates of the university and putting our grand tradition of knowledge and research into conversation with the society we serve. We are the nation's first public university. And everything we do is in service to the people of North Carolina and beyond. You have a vital role within that mission, one that comes with special privileges and profound obligations. You are part of what social psychologist Jonathan Haidt described as the most capable, vibrant, and productive network of knowledge, producing institutions in all of human history. Universities are the center of that network, and the values of academia, the values you will carry into your own careers as professors, researchers, or in the many professions that eagerly welcome the brilliant and curious graduates of this university. Those values are responsible for so much of the progress that we take for granted in the modern world. Scientific discovery, economic growth, the expansion of civil rights and personal freedom all have their roots in the spirit of truth, intellectual humility, and free inquiry that finds its truest home in the academy among generations of scholars who have committed their lives to humanity's desire to know and to discover. Earlier this year, we hosted a virtual event with Ron Daniels, the president of Johns Hopkins and the author of What Universities Owe Democracy. He made an eloquent case for the role of university researchers and university-trained specialists, all of you, in giving us a common set of facts, setting a standard for truth and transparency that influences every important debate and decision in our society. He said, a commitment to facts and truth is the terra firma of public discourse and reasoned decision-making in democratic life. Daniels writes, over the centuries of this intellectual ecosystem has refined and practiced the best methods we have of ascertaining truth with extraordinary results. Today, you become the proud guardians of that commitment, the defenders of that intellectual ecosystem, the next generation of scholars who will refine and elevate our shared search for knowledge in an uncertain world. It's an honor well-deserved and a responsibility worthy of your talent. I know you are ready. Congratulations. Also joining us on the stage today, here to celebrate your accomplishments, is a number of distinguished people. First, I'm pleased to introduce Chair of the Board of Trustees of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, David Bullock. And Chair Bullock will bring greetings from the Board of Trustees. Chair Bullock.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Good morning, members of the platform. I bring congratulations from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill Board of Trustees. Since having the honor of serving as chair of the board, I have focused many of these remarks on the Carolina story. Some of you here today are what we affectionately refer to as double Tar Heels. And this may be a second or even third graduation from Carolina. Most of you, however, started your journey to today somewhere else. And now you've honored us at Carolina with your presence and hard work. Most, if not all of you, have persevered through with dedication to accomplishing the goal of graduation through the COVID-19 pandemic that the Chancellor sort of offhandedly mentioned. Wasn't such an easy thing. In any case, as a graduate of UNC-Chapel Hill, you are now part of a shared Carolina story, while at the same time, you have begun a chapter of your own personal Carolina story that you will take from this place. That story will change over time, and what you take from here will change over time, and that's okay. This place will always be here for you, but as you probably know, this place will also change. And you may in fact play a part in that change. I sincerely hope that you do. One thing I know for sure is that with what you have learned, created, researched, and experienced here, you have the opportunity to change the world. And what's more, we're counting on you. No pressure. On the way into town last night, I thought about the hooding ceremony that I attended in 1997 and about how different it was from the undergraduate experience. I believe that earning an advanced degree is one of the most personally satisfying things a person can do. Not that the undergraduate degree is not personal or impressive, it is. And not that your family isn't profoundly proud of you. They are, and I know they are. But earning an advanced degree requires specific opportunity cost sacrifices that each one of you has made. An extreme commitment and focused work. Importantly, as part of that, keep your professors and advisors close to your heart. But for the world-class faculty at this university, we wouldn't be here and this world would not be the place it is today. Be proud of that accomplishment and proud of the association you have with the faculty and professors here at the University of North Carolina. So I can't resist 3 quick pieces of advice. First, take care of yourself. We've all learned and continue to learn about the need to take care of our mental health. If you ever think you need help, get it. Second, come back to UNC. Even if your undergraduate school calls you back to football games or basketball games, come back here as well. Get involved. I suspect there are future trustees, probably some deans of schools and professors sitting here today. You're always welcome and you're forever a Tar Heel. And finally, we've all heard it, and I'm sure your faculty advisors and professors and family have told you this: to whom much is given, much is expected. And as a professional with an advanced degree, you're going to find yourself dealing with serious matters every single day. Most of your day is going to be consumed with it because that's your passion. So even with the pressures of professionalism, don't forget to have some fun. Have some fun. For example, and have some fun, on the quirky things too, right? If you didn't see it, and I would commend to you that great research vessel, YouTube. Pull up and watch the last 3 minutes of the UNC Duke Final Four game in New Orleans. It's awesome. Congratulations, and go Heels.
Thank you, Chair Bullock. I'd like to introduce other members of the platform party, and I'll ask each of them to please rise, and then we'll applaud at the end, and remain standing. Chris Clemens, our Provost. Ron Strauss, Executive Vice Provost and Chair of the Commencement Committee. Jill Moore, Professor and Secretary of the Faculty. Mimi Chapman, Professor and Chair of the Faculty. Victoria Ekstrom, Associate Professor in the Hussman School of Journalism and Media and Royster Distinguished Professor for Graduate Education. Neil Swamy, Graduate and Professional Student Government Representative. Registrar Lauren DeGrazia. And Amy Hertel, Executive Vice Provost. Thank you. You may be seated. And the last person that I want to introduce to you now is Dr. Suzanne Barbour, Dean of the Graduate School. Dean Barbour.
For more than a century, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill has engaged in graduate education and has prepared tens of thousands of alumni to serve the next generation of leaders in research, discovery, and beyond. Carolina's graduate alumni include public servants, scientists, business leaders, and experts. And through the years of constant change and challenges in our society, they have triumphed. Congratulations, doctoral graduates, for joining this august group. There are many diverse disciplines represented in today's ceremony. The Graduate School oversees more than 80 programs that span the arts, humanities, social sciences, natural sciences, and a variety of professional disciplines. These graduates, along with their faculty, friends, and family, come together today to celebrate and share in pride and joy of what they've accomplished here at Carolina. Doctoral graduates, during your time here, you've enriched our university and advanced our mission of research, teaching, and public service. And we're counting on you to continue this work wherever your life may take you, while you continue to balance your own mental health and your well-being. Carolina's doctoral recipients represent excellence in their disciplines, and you will carry that standard of excellence with you. It is an honor to celebrate with you today. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Neil Swamy, representing the graduate and professional student government here at Carolina.
Dr. Meredith Evans is an archivist, historian, and scholar, and the director of the Jimmy Carter Library and Museum in Atlanta, Georgia. Her work focuses on the African American experience in the United States, including the documentation of archival records from African American churches in the Atlanta area and the preservation of social media from recent civil rights protests. She holds a bachelor's degree in history and a master's degree in library science from Clark Atlanta University, and an additional master's degree in public history from North Carolina State University. She earned her doctorate in information and library science in 2006 from UNC-Chapel Hill. As an archivist and an educator, Evans received an Andrew W. Mellon Foundation grant for the digitization of the papers of Martin Luther King Jr., all to inspire the next generation of scholars and leaders. She has taught workshops on archival preservation, which address the care and preservation of church archives and records in the wake of a tragic fire that destroyed the historic Pilgrim Baptist Church in Chicago in early 2006. At George Washington University, she served as the Director of Special Collections, and later, at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, Evans held the title of Associate University Librarian for Special Collections and Digital Programs. She has written extensively about new archival methods to collect the now in order to preserve digital materials, including a community-curated digital repository documenting the unrest in Ferguson, Missouri, after the death of Michael Brown in November 2015. Evans was named as the new director of the Jimmy Carter Presidential Library and Museum in Atlanta, administered by the National Archives and Records Administration. The library offers visitors a close-up view of the Carter presidency and insight and access into the government and the value of civic engagement. As a nod to her many achievements and contributions to the field, she was elected president of the Society of American Archivists in 2017. It is an honor to have Dr. Evans join us today.
Thank you so much. I need to take a moment. My dissertation advisor and chair of my committee passed away this week. She lost her battle with cancer, so I was hoping she would be here. So I just want to take a moment of silence just to reverence her and the importance she had in my life. Thank you, Dr. Claudia Gollop, for all that you've done. Thank you. Thank you, Neil. Thank you. Good morning, university administrators, chancellor, faculty, candidates, graduates, family, and friends. When I speak before a large audience like this, even with an introduction, I like to tell people who I am. You can think of it as the preface of a book or even a disclaimer, rather than a foreword. You just heard, but most importantly, it is my effort to identify common ground. shared experiences beyond the space we share today. Who is Meredith Evans, or Dr. Meredith Evans? I am a daughter, a sister, mother, woman of faith, a Black woman, a descendant of slaves. I am an American. I'm an extrovert, a manager of cultural institutions. I have degrees, lots of them, in history, library, and archival science. I'm a seasoned manager overseeing an archive and a museum and a boys' soccer team. Shout out to my 12-year-old. And through my work, I bring about social change and desire to preserve our history forever. Right now, with all of you, I'm a proud graduate of this university with a doctorate from the School of Information and Library Science. So you see, we share some commonalities, and most of all, we share a commitment to learning, and to my mind, even more importantly, a commitment to sharing knowledge and preserving it. This degree comes with a host of perks, as you've heard, but it also comes with responsibility. It commands respect and also expectations. Whether you like it or not, once people hear doctor, eyes light up, ears perk up, eyes turn onto you, assumptions are made. So what will you do when the stage is yours, even when you least expect it? When I started work on my doctorate, I knew I wanted to have an impact on communities whose voices were stifled or hidden, or whose histories weren't equally or transparently identified. In my line of work, we specialize in collecting and organizing and preserving information, using our research and problem-solving skills to authenticate sources and sometimes content to attest to the truth or validity of something. We ensure the accuracy and quality of information regardless of format. We verify the process of how it's created and trust you to assist in accurate dissemination and preservation. Let me quickly clarify the difference between an archivist and a librarian. An archivist handles and preserves and collects original documents, or for kids, it's considered primary sources. My son prefers to say that I collect dead people's mail. A librarian often handles published works, but we don't all wear glasses or our hair in a bun, although you can't quite tell today is an exception for me with the bun and, well, glasses. Archivists and librarians are trusted and valued members of society, and so are you. We have a social responsibility to permeate communities with the theoretical and practical understanding of all of our various disciplines and subject expertise. With new means of communication, offered 24 hours a day and in multiple languages, or in a 30-second news story or 32-character tweet, we are inundated with information and data, which stretches the truth, sometimes fake news, misinformation, disinformation, even propaganda, from what often seem to be reputable sources. It can be hard. It can be hard even for us to know what is real, verified or accurate, and what is not, and even harder to know what to keep and preserve forever. It's hard to distinguish opinion from fact, to determine what has been altered or modified, either intentionally or unintentionally. What evidence remains? It is just hard, and even harder to understand or acknowledge that there is code behind our favorite search engine that limits the results on our feed and saturates our online profiles with only results of our most visited sites and recent searches. What's seen so truly amazing, time-saving, and functional has become a divisive tool that can numb us or dumb us down and drive us to believe almost anything, or more often, buy anything. Thank you, Instagram, for that t-shirt I bought last week. And while I wish people would search a library database or an archival finding aid rather than just the World Wide Web, I'm hopeful. When I see you, I'm hopeful. Your ability to discern what is reliable, to incorporate information, and to create new scholarship, new formulas, new techniques, new ways to help others is needed now more than ever. Our scholarship, our intellectual productivity, our shared public life has been irrevocable, impacted by advancements in technology. What I want to suggest to you today is that we, with our shared degrees in hand, have a greater civic and social responsibility to collect and share our knowledge and our experiences, and making sure it's available for the future, both where they converge and where they diverge, with our communities and beyond. You can help others dig deeper Choose to research beyond the first 10 hits of a search engine. Truly examine and dissect the sites you do refer to. You can share encounters, research techniques, and the desire to discover. The pandemic has been tough, but here you are today. What a testament you have. You've overcome an uncounted personal, technological, and bureaucratic challenges, all of which has made you stronger and provided you with new talents that enable you to give back and help someone else. So, as you celebrate this huge accomplishment, I ask you to contemplate your next steps thoughtfully and with intention. While we often reconcile things through our own worldview, it's always worthwhile to step out of our comfort zone and learn more about other people and the circumstances we may not understand or encounter daily. How else will we learn and understand the origins of the disparities between us and within our communities if we don't remain open? How will you improve your practice or make a positive impact on society if you don't join hands and work to create safe spaces for all? Your profession and intellectual commitment will draw people in, people with different backgrounds, perspectives, and beginnings that accurately represent the dynamic society in which we live. We need your brilliance to be shared with others, to inform the public, or to help them decipher truth and the value in reading or listening to all types of information. Even as an information geek, I love a good audiobook, podcast, and even a little YouTube. We need different perspectives to strengthen community and democracy. Our differences will strengthen us if we focus on our shared humanities and less on the things that divide us. Whatever discipline, whatever job you take, you're the expert now, with room to grow. So lead. You earned this. You went beyond studying. You explored the deepest canyons of wisdom, created scholarship, developed theory, invented methods and objects that contribute to our society. You have a responsibility to positively impact the world. Whether you're in a classroom, a lab, an office, an operating room, trust that you are prepared. Today marks the completion of another chapter of your life. If I had to give you advice or encouragement as you enter this next phase of your career, it's a reminder to lead and serve with joy and document that experience. Be open to continued learning. Stay on top of your game. Bring somebody into your profession along for the ride, and also help someone stay in it. This symbolic moment is one of completion. So don't forget to take a selfie and actually maybe print it out so you have it 10 years from now. It's nothing worse than losing your phone and all your photos. It's in the cloud. This celebration is just one of many rewards for the long nights, tears, frustrations, loneliness, highs and lows, and aha moments. I think I did my best work in the middle of the night on my dissertation, making brownies and homemade ice cream. I work out now, so it's better. Rejoice with those around you who completed this journey alongside you. Look around and take in your loved ones who may not understand quite what you do, but who understand who you are and what you stand for, and they stand by you. The people who helped you and encouraged you are all around in this room, and stayed with you all the way through the end. You're a learner, a teacher, a leader, and a proud graduate of this esteemed university, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. So congratulations and many well wishes on this wonderful adventure ahead. You will shine. Shine like Carolina blue. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Evans, for those inspiring words. Now I ask the first row of candidates for doctoral degrees to come forward as directed by Faculty Marshal J.A. Cott. As we prepare to recognize our doctoral graduates, I'd like to take a moment to explain the significance of the commencement hood. The hooding ceremony is derived from medieval university traditions. In the 12th and 13th century, when universities began to take shape, they were under the jurisdiction of the church. Those studying wore a habit or cloak to which was attached a cowl or hood. The hood seems to have had three uses: as a covering, as a shoulder cape, and as a bag for collecting alms. Perhaps you've heard the story, whether true or not, of the small cup formed by the folds of cloth at the back of the hood was used as a receptacle for coins offered by grateful students after a particularly inspiring lecture by their teacher. No one ever put any in my hood. The colors symbolize school and broad discipline as explained in your digital program. The presentation of the hood by the student's mentor symbolizes the welcoming of the graduate as a full-fledged member of the community of scholars. As I call the name of each doctoral candidate and his or her advisor, I ask that the student and advisor proceed to the stage. At this point, the advisor and Provost Clemens will ceremoniously place the hood on the student. The student and advisor will then proceed to the farthest end of the stage to receive congratulations from Chancellor Guskowitz and Chair Bullock. If the student's advisor is not present, Provost Clemens and Royster Professor Ekstrom will present the hood to the student. I want to call your attention to those students who are wearing gold cords. These students are members of the Royster Society of Fellows, the graduate school's most prestigious graduate fellowship program. There's a professional photographer at the foot of the stage who will be taking photos of each graduate. Rachel Sandercock, Psychology, hooded by Laura Klinger. Caroline Chandler, Maternal and Child Health, hooded by Carolyn Halpern. Megan Barry, Maternal and Child Health, hooded by Carolyn Halpern. Hannah Silverstein, Maternal and Child Health, hooded by Carolyn Halpern. Thank you. Jean-Pong Jing, Health Informatics, hooded by Javed Mustafa. Kelsey Ludwig, Psychology, hooded by David Penn. Carl Martin Adam, Philosophy, hooded by Luke Vovens. Dominic Berger, Philosophy, hooded by Alex Worship. Carolina Herrera, Pathology, hooded by Dominic Shivata. Christian Augusto Burgos, Pathology, hooded by Dominic Shivata. Eddie Moore, English and Comparative Literature, hooded by Rebecca Rutledge Fisher. Michelle Hoffner O'Connor, Genetics and Molecular Biology, hooded by Shahad Sheikh. Lacey Lopez, Microbiology and Immunology, hooded by Janelle Arthur. Alexander Tosov, Statistics and Operations Research, hooded by Gabor Pataki. Ting Guan, Social Work, hooded by Mimi Chapman. Anne Fertig, English and Comparative Literature, hooded by Inger Brody. Susan Mary O'Rourke, English and Comparative Literature, hooded by Megan Machinsitsky and David Baker. Catherine Landers, English and Comparative Literature, hooded by Megan Machinsitsky and David Baker. Carly Wetzel, English and Comparative Literature, hooded by Mary Floyd Wilson. Annie Gobjian, English and Comparative Literature, hooded by Mary Floyd Wilson. Matthew Deem, English and Comparative Literature, hooded by Mary Floyd Wilson. Jamie Blake, Musicology, hooded by Annegret Fauser. Erica Fedor, Musicology, hooded by Mark Katz. Michael Levine, Musicology, hooded by David Garcia. Varun Goel, Geography, hooded by Michael Emch. Mark Ortiz, Geography, hooded by Elizabeth Ann Olson and Elizabeth Havis. Rachel Kaur, Neuroscience, hooded by Asheni Belgor. Ernesto Leon, Pharmacology, hooded by Adrian Cox. Benjamin Levy, Physics, hooded by Amy Oldenburg. Robert Hill, Business Administration, hooded by Timothy Ott. Catherine Pack, Business Administration, hooded by Sekou Bermis. Maxine Van der Varst, American Studies, hooded by Patricia Sawin. Melissa Dahlman, American Studies, hooded by Bernie Herman. Gerardo Cagas, Nursing Practice, hooded by Cheryl Giscombe. Yaning Chan, Nursing, hooded by Cheryl Giscombe. Naomi Munyoki, Nursing Practice, hooded by Cheryl Giscombe. Shantae McDermott, Nursing Practice, hooded by Cheryl Giscombe. McLean Masese, Nursing Practice, hooded by Cheryl Giscombe. Daniel Michaud, Cell Biology and Physiology, hooded by Yulia Pilaveyeva Gupta. Stephanie Langella, Psychology, hooded by Kelly Giovanello. Vanrelo Lisuralda, Psychology, hooded by Peter Gordon. Claire Fiesler, Ecology, hooded by Jay Cable. Nicholas Buglack, Toxicology, hooded by Edward Bonson. Dina Yamalayeva, Biomedical Engineering, hooded by Alexander Kavanov. Sean James, Biology, hooded by Zachary Nimchuk. Brianna Anderson Guthrie, Art History, hooded by Tatiana String. Kaylee Rocker, Anthropology, hooded by Michelle Rivkin-Fish. Tyra Girdwood, Nursing, hooded by Mark Tolles. Caroline Muthoni, Nursing, hooded by Sean Knipe. Andrew Hinton, Bioinformatics and Computational Biology, hooded by Provost Clemens, Jeremy Purvis. Benjamin Leinwand, Statistics and Operations Research, hooded by Vladas Pipiras. Kevin O'Connor, Statistics and Operations Research, hooded by Andrew Nobel. Xinhuan Yu, Statistics and Operations Research, hooded by Chuanqi Ji. Hang Yu, Statistics and Operations Research, hooded by Shan Suji. Amber Majors Ladipo, Education, hooded by Helene Frederick. Mengyu Fu, Computer Science, hooded by Provost Clemens and Royster Professor Ekstrand. Amsum Hagan, Anthropology, hooded by Jocelyn Lim Chua. Sharjil Haque, Economics, hooded by Anusha Chari and Greg Brown. Lakshita Jain, Economics, hooded by Anusha Chari. Michael Lafferty, Bioinformatics and Computational Biology, hooded by Saskia Neher. Tiffany Foster, Psychology, hooded by Margaret Birchinall. Kylie Garber, Psychology, hooded by Margaret Birchinall. Abigail Cleveland, Cell Biology and Physiology, hooded by Timothy Gershon. Taylor Dismuke, Pathology, hooded by Timothy Gershon. James Mayo, Genetics and Molecular Biology, hooded by Dirk Dittmer. Timothy Rue, Educational Leadership, hooded by Eric Hauk. Kate Sullivan, Educational Leadership, hooded by Eric Hauk. Catherine Murkison, Educational Leadership, hooded by Eric Hauk. Evan Hill, Educational Leadership, hooded by Eric Hauk. Faye Yasuo, Public Policy, hooded by Rebecca Kreitzer. Scott Langford, Public Policy, hooded by Joaquin Rubalcaba. Alexis Jorgensen, Psychology, hooded by Patrick Curran. Lindsay Hallman, History, hooded by Richard Talbert. Sarah Maloney, Chemistry, hooded by Shannon Wallet. Willa Dong, Health Behavior, hooded by Catherine Musig. Megan Evans, Health Behavior, hooded by Edwin Fisher. Monica Jimenez, Epidemiology, hooded by Brian Pence. Kathleen Reed, Genetics and Molecular Biology, hooded by Douglas Fansteel. Grace Maholland, Epidemiology, hooded by Jess Edwards. Samantha King, Anthropology, hooded by Colin West. Lucia Isabel Stavig, Anthropology, hooded by Florence Bob. Thank you. Louis Naisbet Jones, Biology, hooded by Kenneth Lohman. Alina Hamilton, Pathology, hooded by Melissa Troster and Catherine Hoadley. Amber Herson, Epidemiology, hooded by Melissa Troster. Charles Gaber, Epidemiology, hooded by Jennifer Lund. Jihei Park, Epidemiology, hooded by Hazel Nichols. Sophie Clemenson, City and Regional Planning, hooded by Provost Clemens and Worcester Professor Ekstrand. Samantha Moore, hooded Mathematics, hooded by Provost Clemens and Worcester Professor Ekstrand. Catherine Tate, Sociology, hooded by Alnir Karen. Alexis Dennis, Sociology, hooded by Robert Hummer. Dawn Rivers, Anthropology, hooded by Rudolph Colorado Mansfeld. Nicholas Martinez, Biochemistry and Biophysics, hooded by Sharon Campbell. Nazli Dager, Biology, hooded by Assis Sankar. Grace DiCecco, Biology, hooded by Alan Hurlbert. Maximilian Spiegel, Communication Studies, hooded by Michael Palm. Smita Misra, Communication Studies, hooded by Sarah Dempsey. Christopher Newbert, Choreography, hooded by Sarah Smith. Carly Schmidt-Simmerd, Geography, hooded by Erica Wise. Manuel Hernandez, Geography, hooded by Erica Wise. Angelica Gomez, Geography, hooded by Erica Wise and Tamlin Pavelski. Ben Lee, Occupational Science, hooded by Nancy Bagatelle. Marquita Burnett, Psychology, hooded by Shauna Cooper. Amanda Danielle Mullenpaw, Romance Languages and Literature, hooded by Ellen Welch. Mai Chen Dongs, Biostatistics, hooded by Fei Zhao. Zifeng Wang, Biostatistics, hooded by Fei Zhao. Jack Murphy, Epidemiology, hooded by Andrew Olshan. Maya Wright, Epidemiology, hooded by Andrew Olshan. Carrie Moore, School Psychology, hooded by Rune Simonson. Paige Landau, School Psychology, hooded by Rune Simonson. Dambi Cho, School Psychology, hooded by Stephen Knotek. Courtney Kwan, School Psychology, hooded by Stephen Knotek. Erin Jones, School Psychology, hooded by Stephen Knotek. Claire Cordyback, School Psychology, hooded by Stephen Knotek. Andres Porras Chavez, Romance Languages and Literature, hooded by Oswaldo Estrada. Angel Huang, Neuroscience, hooded by Flavio Froich. Diana Aloti, Nutrition, hooded by Stephanie Martin. Ranita Anderson, Speech and Hearing Sciences, hooded by Linda Watson. Jordan McNeil Lukens, Education, hooded by Harriet Abel. Christian McHugh, Physics, hooded by Rosa Tamara Branca. Amber Klein, Neuroscience, hooded by Hiroyuki Kato. Jitong Lo, Biostatistics, hooded by Deep Wu. Rujing Wang, Biostatistics, hooded by Yuchao Jiang. Angela Lovett, Pharmacology, hooded by Joseph Duncan. Lakeisha Charmaine Hardy, Lakeia Charmaine Hardy, Microbiology and Immunology, hooded by Craig Cameron. Jessica Alexandra Jimenez, Toxicology, hooded by Mark Zauka. Jesse Newhouse, Neuroscience, hooded by Mark Zauka. Julia Yee, Speech and Hearing Sciences, hooded by Karen Erickson. John Catalano, Health Policy and Management, hooded by Susan Hell Murtaugh. Brian Hatcher, Health Policy and Management, hooded by Susan Hell Murtaugh. Kalina Duncan, Health Policy and Management, hooded by Angela Stover. Safine Byron, Health Policy and Management, hooded by Christopher Shea. Christiane Hurt, Health Policy and Management, hooded by Pam Silberman. Anwika Kafshin, Computer Science, hooded by Leonard McMillan. Rajesh Bista, Geography, hooded by Kongye Song. Tracy Barbera, Business Administration, hooded by Matthew Pearsall and Jessica Christian. Jessica Hobson, Biochemistry and Biophysics, hooded by Charles Carter. Chad Brown, Health Policy and Management, hooded by George Pink and Mark Holmes. Emily Coulter-Thompson, Health Policy and Management, hooded by Rebecca Slifkin. Barbara Alvarez Martin, Health Policy and Management, hooded by Sandra Green. Carla Buru, Health Policy and Management, hooded by John Weissman. Hannah Tesfacion, Health Policy and Management, hooded by John Weissman. Shiwei Fang, Computer Science, hooded by Sharir Nirjon. Joanna Sirk-Smith, Religious Studies, hooded by Brandon Bain and Lloyd Kramer. Tina Rasale, Religious Studies, hooded by Lauren Levy. Gary Moon, Mathematics, hooded by Jeremy Marzuola. Lindsay Catherine Shantae Yates, Health Policy and Management, hooded by Morris Weinberger. Sejin Lee, Health Policy and Management, hooded by Antonia Bennett. Neela Kumar, Health Policy and Management, hooded by Marisa Domino. Olive Mba, Health Policy and Management, hooded by Justin Trogdon. Aneen Bhatia, Business Administration, hooded by Jayashankar Swaminathan. Robert Neuwohner, Business Administration, hooded by Bradley Stotts. Dayton Steele, Business Administration, hooded by Saravanan Kesavan. Hayden Daywig, Human and Movement Science, hooded by Eric Ryan. Elisa Niedermeyer, Human and Movement Science, hooded by Zachary Kerr. Elizabeth Allen, Education, hooded by Jeffrey Green. Yunjan Liu, Economics, hooded by Luca Mainini and Brian McManus. Garrett Scott, Economics, hooded by Brian McManus. Jacob Klimek, Economics, hooded by Donna Gillespie. Pyeongseok Kim, Economics, hooded by Donna Gillespie. Lauren Narone, Anthropology, hooded by Margaret Weiner. Melanie Sheehan, History, hooded by Benjamin Waterhouse. Isaiah Ellis, Religious Studies, hooded by Randall Stiers. Emma Rothberg, History, hooded by F. Fitzhugh Brundage. Bailey Donahue, Political Science, hooded by Mark Crescenzi. David Ma, Political Science, hooded by Evelyn Huber. Claire Dunn, Political Science, hooded by Evelyn Huber. Christian Caron, Political Science, hooded by Frank Baumgartner. Kevin Roach, Political Science, hooded by Frank Baumgartner. William Patton, Political Science, hooded by Sarah Triol. Zipen Ding, Computer Science, hooded by Mark Niethammer. Aifa Sosu, Psychology, hooded by Enrique Neblet. Ellis, Psychology, hooded by Enrique Neblet. Kiki Myers, Psychology, hooded by Margaret Sheridan and Joseph Hopfinger. Elise Hickman, Toxicology, hooded by Ilona Jaspers. Ashley Pellis, Anthropology, hooded by Margaret Scari and Vin Stepanidis. Guzel Garfolina, Political Science, hooded by Graham Robertson. Xiao Liu, Bioinformatics and Computational Biology, hooded by James Stephen Maron. Jack Prothero, Statistics and Operations Research, hooded by James Stephen Maron and Jan Hannig. David Gorlick, Environmental Sciences and Engineering, hooded by Gregory Charaklis. Chelsea Marcel, Bioinformatics and Computational Biology, hooded by Ian Davis. Victoria Sheilas, Health Behavior, hooded by Suzanne Maman. Nosipo Shangase, Epidemiology, hooded by Audrey Pettifor. Hannah Perrin, Genetics and Molecular Biology, hooded by Karen Molke. Jonathan Rosen, Biostatistics, hooded by Laura Raffield. Bryce Rowland, Biostatistics, hooded by Laura Raffield. Koi Huen, Biomedical Engineering, hooded by Provost Clemens and Worcester Professor Ekstrand. Catherine Wolfe, Epidemiology, hooded by Stephen Marshall. Jonathan Fix, Epidemiology, hooded by Sylvia Becker-Dreps. Kristen Sullivan, Epidemiology, hooded by Emily Gower. Alpha Umar Jallo, Epidemiology, hooded by Emily Gower. Arthi Virud, Epidemiology, hooded by Emily Gower. David Manura, Nursing Practice, hooded by Joan Stanek.
I wanted to let you know this is here if you're going to go there.
Graduates, we welcome you with enthusiasm and pride into the community of scholars. Please join me in congratulating these wonderful scholars on their achievements. And now, I would like to acknowledge the special bond that's formed between students and faculty at the graduate level. The relationship between the faculty advisor and the graduate student is both professional and often personal. A big part of our student success, and I'm sure they'd agree, is due to their faculty mentors. Faculty at Carolina take their roles as mentors very seriously, and it is this mentoring role that makes today's ceremony so special. Exceptional faculty mentors provide us a supportive environment that brings forth the very best from the students they mentor. They encourage graduate students to establish their own record of scholarly activity. They achieve a successful record of graduate degree completion among the students they have advised. And they model the ethical and equitable behavior that exemplifies Carolina scholars and is expected of our graduates. We as a university must continue to encourage faculty to mentors to be both diligent and compassionate in their mentoring. Please join me in thanking all of our faculty mentors for all they do for graduate education on this campus. honor and recognize faculty who display an exceptional level of commitment to mentoring, the Graduate School presents an annual faculty award for excellence in doctoral mentoring. The annual award recognizes a faculty member who encourages students to establish their own record of scholarly activity or performance, provides a supportive environment that facilitates the development of best performance and talents from individual graduate students, and achieves a successful record of graduate degree completion among the students they have advised. The recipient of this year's Faculty Award for Excellence in Doctoral Mentoring is Dr. Li Qian, with the Department of Pathology and Laboratory Medicine in the UNC School of Medicine. I would like to now ask Dr. Qian to come to the stage, and while she makes her way to the stage, I'll share a few additional words about our awardee. Dr. Qian is an associate professor and assistant director of the McAllister Heart Institute. During her 10 years at Carolina, she served on nearly 24 thesis committees and is currently serving 12 graduate students in mentorship and thesis work. The nomination letter details her passion for mentorship for students and the ways in which she supports their research. To quote, "She thinks deeply and she cares deeply," a letter of nomination reads, adding that Dr. Qian prioritized the well-being of her students, discussed successful and failed experiments, and looked ahead at milestones and long-term career goals. Please join me in congratulating and thanking Dr. Qian on receiving the 2022 Faculty Award for Excellence in Doctoral Mentoring. So a final charge from the Graduate School before you go, graduates. You have successfully completed your doctoral studies, a process that takes years of commitment, discipline, and sacrifice. And you've done that under, I think we can all agree, extraordinary circumstances. I ask that you take that level of commitment to excellence and go out into the community, whether it's here in North Carolina, in the US, or overseas, and work to make it a better place. Lend your passion and your knowledge to your community, and then watch it grow and prosper. I want to mention that the university-wide commencement ceremony will occur tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the Keynote Stadium, and that you are all welcome to join the event.
Thank you, Dean Barbour. Congratulations, graduates, and welcome to the Academy. You are now the proud guardians of a commitment to facts and truth, the defenders of an intellectual ecosystem that refines and practices the best methods for ascertaining that truth, and part of the next generation of scholars who will refine and elevate our shared search for knowledge in an uncertain world. As Dr. Evans so eloquently said, your degree commands respect and also expectations. You have a responsibility to share your knowledge and experiences to strengthen communities and our democracy. You are leaders both in academia and in the communities you will now join. We expect great things from you, and we are so proud of all that you have done and what you will accomplish in the future. Congratulations, Tar Heels. Now we'll ask that everyone please stand for our alma mater. At the conclusion, please wait until the platform party exits the stage, and then graduates will proceed up through the seating area to celebrate with your families and friends.
Hark the sound of Tar Heel voices ringing clear and true. Sing praises, shouting NCU. Hail to the brightest star of all, clear its radiant shine. Caroline, a priceless gem, receive all praises thine. I'm a Tar Heel born, I'm a Tar Heel bred, and when I die, I'm a Tar Heel dead. So rah rah Carolina, Lina, rah rah Carolina, Lina, rah rah Carolina, Lina, rah rah rah.